Hi, everybody. Welcome back to Jobe's Haunted Town. Thanks for tuning us in over here. Had some big plans for today, but plans kind of got changed. That's kind of how I do things, as you guys know, because I just roll with the punches. And it's... I sometimes think now it's for a video, but in reality, that's just how I do things. I'm always doing something. It's just what I love to do. I'm not sure why. I've been really thinking about this thing. It's been on my mind a lot. Yeah. I wanted to do more today because the weather is just beautiful, but it rained. Yeah, we got muddy puddles. But I think that's just life telling me, Ben, get to work. You got stuff to do. Yeah, we got everything cleaned out. Our crew sitting outside just chilling, looking like just gangbusters. I'm just loving my new crew over here. And yeah. This one too, guys. As you guys see, my full build now is a cb750 F model bagger with a fairing. The nicest bags around from a Valkyrie. So work perfect. Comfiest seat in town. Travelcade. Still needs side panels. Still needs work down here. Still needs a rear tube because it's kind of getting low. Has the awesome gas tank, but still needs finished up here. Pretty much everything's good to go up here. Even has the sound system, you know, with my head unit up here. That works awesome. Jams out awesome music. Dual front disc is good now. Dual front disc is all tuned in and working great with the later model master cylinder. That's working perfect. So no issues on the front. And down here on the back, my redo on the master cylinder, because these are not available anymore, not even slightly. New reservoir, new master cylinder, all hooked up to my original caliper. Works great now. Works the switch, light comes on, all is good. Still needs a little bit of finishing, but it's for sale. I kind of wanted to keep this one, but it's not how I do things. I think I've wanted to keep every single one I've ever built, but I can't. But now I got a crew that I can afford. Yes, yes, yes. Pull start Briggs 5-horse old lawnmower stuff. Old Kawasaki frame, custom built by me because I know how to cut and weld and build turbo stuff. Yeah. And over here, this is just my crowning glory. I think this bike will never leave because I still own my other race bikes too. Someday we're going to take a little road trip and we're going to go see my other one. My original 2-stroke race bike I still own. It's nasty, guys. It's now almost 600 cc's, 1 cylinder. If you can kick it over, you're good. When it bangs, it's nuts. It had a lot of nitrous and it ran on nitromethane. I can't even remember where it's even set up now. I was getting to where I was going to supercharge it with an injector and mechanically inject, you know, fuel into it, but I wasn't sure if it was all going to work. Now we know my mechanical fuel injection is dialed, so that works great. I can totally do all that. So it may end up getting a belt-driven supercharger with a old Enderley mechanical fuel injector and who knows what kind of fuel, because it's not done yet. That's in the future. Yeah. And everything else. So yeah. But what I really wanted to do was get out here and test in the street. I want to make a second and third gear pull with the two-step turn down. I want to do a rolling pull with the two-step turn down 1,000 RPM from where it is now, because when I turned it up 2,000, it needs to come down. And let me just show you guys here. I tap it from the back. I don't think I ever showed you guys this. I built all of this 100%. Yeah, it's number 78 with my Bill, my VP. Ride motorcycle, eat ice cream. Yeah, that is the original seat pan. This is all the bodywork that I crafted around it to hold all my goodies. If you see the seat pan, the nubs on the seat pan, those two pieces sticking up right there, those lock in right here. The nub here locks in right here, and I can actually, from the bottom, I can put a bolt in there. If the tech officials want me to, I can bolt it on, or just put a zip tie in there, and this won't ever come off because it's locked on the back, gets a pinch on the front. We're good. Set that over here. And we need to just get in down here with our screwdriver and dial it in. Let me get my glasses on here too. Yeah, I'm old. I need my glasses. Okay, and like before, we're going to come down here. And I said before, our third, it's actually our fourth dial over right here, is my 1,000. This one's 1,000. This one's 500 RPM. So I'm going to knock it back 1,000. There we go, one switch. And I always like to try and see it from up here so I can just double check. I'm going to try and zoom in with the camera right there. See if you guys can see that. See if I can see it too. It's so hard to see. Okay, yeah. And I was misreading it before. I think now we are at 40. We're at 4,500. Before we were at 5,500. So now we are at 4,500 RPM, which should build when we get up, when it's running, we'll pull the clutch. That'll put it on the two-step. The two-step will misfire it, which it fires later in the turbo, which spools up the turbo when I have the clutch pulled in. And let's see if it spools it up now at 4,500 RPM and see where we go. Here we go. Okay, as usual, fuel on, okay, and of course when I turn the key on there, the pump was on, so pump is off now. Key on, all is looking good. My countdown numbers in neutral. Hear that? It's running free. It's not building up pressure. I need to put some fuel in it. Yeah, good thing we're not going for a ride because it's out of gas. I did that just to show you guys there's no fuel pressure. The engine does not run on fuel pressure. It's not fuel injection. I'm still using carburetors. The carburetors still act as carburetors. I turned on the pump, there was no pressure, there was still fuel in the carburetors. I pulled the choke, it fired up, it drained the carbs. It used up what fuel was in the carbs because we're not providing any from up here now. So, put a little fuel in there and we're going to be good to go. Fuel's in. Now we have fuel pressure. And if you guys see, we have that much pressure with the engine off. With the engine off, we get max pressure that it's going to come up to. When I lose vacuum, that's what it comes up to, is about 4.5 pounds now. So it starts at that. The vacuum comes up to my regulator right here. That regulator, as soon as it sees engine vacuum, it will pull that fuel pressure down. Let's see if I can show you guys real quick. Keys on. Oh. See a little choke. Pump is off because the carbs are full. And it also turns on my light. So I know if the light's on, my pump is on, we're ready to go. Let it warm up for a sec here. You guys ever see that? It's water that comes out. That's condensation. It's okay. That's turbo life. Turbos make condensation. You guys can see I'm just barely pulling the throttle. I'm not going anywhere near wide open. You go wide open, it's nuts. Okay, we're warmed up. No, it's definitely, it's warm. Fuel pressure. Pressure check, good. Valve good. Fuel on. Return valve on. Fuel feed valve on. All is good. Lots of boost coming out. Oh, died. Still need to turn the idle up just a little bit. That's what it was. My carbs were a bit low on fuel. I had to turn my pump back on. one thing you must do at this level of going fast. Look at everything. I call it my nut and bolt. Get in there and nut and bolt the entire thing. Touch it, feel it. Is it tight? Is it good? Is it gonna fly off at 150? We don't want that. Everything on here right now has to stay 100%. There is nothing on here right now that doesn't need to be here. There's a lot here, but everything that's here has to be here at all times. Otherwise, we stop. I don't like stopping. I like going fast. We're back safe, guys. Holy moly. That second to third pull. I don't think I've ever felt torque like that. I'm just looking to make sure we're in one piece. I see a little something moving right here. But there's just my heat wraps kind of flapping in the wind. Like, wait, what's that moving? Oh. And I think it was kind of breaking up because we didn't have enough fuel in it. I just barely have enough in there. Let me see here. Yeah, fuel's off, fuel's on. Okay, here we go. Okay, yeah, so we still got pressure when it's sitting still. When it's sitting still, the fuel comes down, we have pressure. When we're moving, it comes back and starts to not feed my petcock if there's not enough fuel in it. I need to remember, keep that tank full, Benjamin. Let me get this gear off. Sunshine's feeling good, it's kind of warm. Whew, I need to sip this coffee. Need to get my brain moving as fast as my body just was. My body is still going that fast. Wow, guys. Thanks, Black Rifle. That's some amazing coffee. Black Rifle makes some good coffee. They're not my sponsor, but that's some damn good coffee. The good old breakfast blend. Yeah. Let's check one thing, because I kind of felt it. You know, it was breaking up there a little bit, I think, because of my fuel. Or possibly I do have it turned in about as rich. Yeah, I have my valve closed. So I have it as rich as it can go right now. And it may have just been a touch rich, but I wanted that just to be safe on this engine. Once again, I've now proved this little 736 is just a nasty little engine. It's bonkers. And that's a stock engine, guys. There's nothing, you know, I ported the head, I put my turbo kit on it. That's a later set, or, you know, a later set of carburetors that are bigger carbs, so they're flowing better. But they're Honda carbs, Honda pistons, Honda head, Honda cases, Honda everything, Mitsubishi turbo, and my custom manifold. That's working great. Awesome, guys. Working for a stock 736cc engine. It's taco time. That thing is nuts. And I just kind of wanted to prove to myself that this engine's going to be good. And when we custom build that 862, you know, when we finish it, it's almost all the way done now. When it's finished, it's going back in here, and we're going to have over 100. We're going to have 130 cc's more with a bigger turbo. It's why I'm trying to get more views going, because none of this is cheap, guys. I'm working my butt off to get this done. Sorry if the sun's blowing you out there, and sorry if my view on the camera is kind of low, because I'm wearing the camera. You know, it's here, and I'm kind of, when I'm tucked in, it's pointing down. I'm trying to keep it up so you guys can see. None of it's easy, once again, because I don't have, you know, like Hollywood camera stuff. It's kind of cheap. But okay, that actually feels not too bad. It kind of felt, it must have just been the plates getting hot, but now they cooled back down. So because when they get hot, everything changes in my basket in there, and everything is not real happy, because we made several pulls back to back there. But that's really just me testing. Drag strip pulls are easy. Just wrap out, done. No big deal. Land speed stuff is either 2 miles or 5 miles. 2 miles, wide open. Tucked, wide open, as fast as you can possibly go in your highest gear. Yeah. So that's why we have the big intercooler now, to cool everything down. And I can see pulling the clutch, getting up on the two-step. It's so peaceful now, especially with the two-step turned down, turned down 1,000 RPM. We're not making anywhere near as much boost when I take off. So it takes off slower, but I'm not destroying my rear tire. I'm cooking my clutch, but that's what I expected. As long as the tire stays hooked, my clutch does the work, and I can replace it. I pop off this cover right here in between rounds, slide me some new plates in, which I had them up here. Let me see. I have extras somewhere. This is my new race shelf. That's just kind of my extra goodies, and I still need to set that up. That's an ultrasound I need for cleaning stuff, because yeah, race bike parts need to stay clean in the ultrasound. So yeah, wonder what I did with that clutch. Need to find that. And actually, I think I need to order like 2 more, because I think about every 3 or 4 passes, that clutch is going to be gone. And that's totally okay, because I can replace it, and it's easy. Swapping tires at the track is not easy unless you have extra rims and tires, which I don't. I plan to, but I don't yet because we still need more likes, shares, views. Really, views is what does it. Send this one to your buddy. Tell him, hey, man, this guy's building a Honda rocket ship, and you might kind of want to see what he's doing because I think we're... sure you guys have heard of The Fastest Indian. That movie made me cry. It changed my life. And I was already starting on this, and then that happened, and then, yeah. So, he did it his way. I'm doing it my way. I'm not competing for his record. That man owned a record, and it still stands. That's amazing. With a tiny little engine. Mine's a little bigger, and it's turbocharged, so different class, so we're good. And I'm going to go over 200. No doubt. Especially after today. No doubt. Records are coming soon, guys. I'm even blown away saying that. Yeah, let's get some views. Let's get this bike going really fast because it's already there, really. We just need to finish this engine up. A couple more parts going in there. A couple more views. A couple more dollars spent. And we're going to be good. Thanks for watching, guys. Thank you so much. Okay, guys, check this out.
Ring, ding, 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 ding.
What is that, Steve?
It is a H1, a Kawasaki H1 500. So, and it's an older drag bike frame.
He's doing his best to stay upright here, totally stretched out. You guys can see it is a lay-down drag bike frame.
So it's the frames was made sometime in the 70s, and so we're just going to try to put it all back together and have a good drag bike there.
The shop is closing, guys, but this is what we love. We love going fast, making noises, especially two-stroke noises, giving the old ring-a-ding, bing-a-ding. And on this thing, it's going to be nuts. That's a two-stroke, three-cylinder 500. That will make all of the horsepower that you would ever want to send to that back tire. I started on the two-stroke, guys. Steve's going to finish his career on the two-stroke and send it because this thing...
If my hips hold out.
If he can actually stay stretched out and lay down on that thing, it's not even slightly comfy. That's why my bike, it's kind of upright to where I can actually still sit and be somewhat comfy. And, and I'm 6'4" almost, so yeah, luckily Steve's a bit shorter. But also... yeah, CB's up here for sale. If anybody wants to come take a look, it is at Cycle House, which is now everything is up front for sale, 100%. So, yeah, like, share, and subscribe, guys. Way more to come. Yep, Jerry's ready to be done with this place. It's for sale. Let's ride. Like, share, and subscribe. When in doubt, figure it out. And then go for a ride.